Hi, she's Katie Proctor, the owner of Books with Pictures here in Portland, Oregon.
And this is writer and critic Douglas Wolk.
And we have a couple comics that we're really excited to tell you about. One of which actually came out last week, but there's a party for it tonight.
This is The Long Con.
It is a title that has a number of meanings, notably the convention that goes on forever. The comic book convention that goes on
This
forever.
is geek culture satire at its finest. This is adorable post-apocalyptic storytelling. Basic premise: what if the apocalypse happened around something that is definitely not San Diego Comic-Con, and so the tiny subcultures inside turned into
Seal the doors and stay in there forever and become a thing.
So to celebrate this beautiful, funny, Easter egg-filled, weird comic, we here at Books with Pictures are having an event tonight. We have a bunch of folks from our local comics professional and fan community coming in to do live storytelling about their weirdest and wackiest con experiences. We will also have pie catered by Oni Press, which is the publisher, from Pacific Pie Company, and radioactive green punches of various alcoholic and non-alcoholic forms. Our storytellers include Dylan McConis, Ben Coleman, Matt Fraction.
There's a bunch of
people. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
You should definitely come if you are here in Portland, and I will try and get some video of it up online if you are not. Anything else on Long Con?
It's good stuff. It's enjoyable. It's charming, it's funny, it's promising. I'm really curious to see where this particular story goes.
It also includes some fabulous, so there is a Star Trek fandom in the book that is not Star Trek fandom, it is the Skylarks, but we do get some slash art of the commanders of the Skylarks drawn by Dylan McConis. We also get some samples of Q/Q, Quinn Kazar / prose, and also character designs for those. This is a fabulously rich, weird little thing.
Yeah. In a completely different post-apocalyptic vein, yes, there can be completely different post-apocalyptic vein. This week we've got the first issue of The Seeds by David Aja and Ann Nesenti. I believe this is the first ongoing or first regular comics thing that David Aja has done since his amazing run on Hawkeye a few years ago. Ann Nesenti is
legendary.
Yeah. Wrote a phenomenal run of Daredevil back in the 80s and early 90s. This is her in top crazy mode, and it's actually co-written and co-designed and illustrated by the two of them together. It's not the usual sort of writer-artist division. It's beautiful. It's very designy. There's a single color tone. There's a lot of visual motifs in it. And I was telling Katie earlier that the thing that I really love about it is that this thing is so full of ideas that there is not room for all of them on the page. You can tell that the creators know what's going on, the stuff behind the story, and they're just letting the story come out with all this amazing stuff as background.
It's an incredibly rich world. It's an incredibly weird world. The core premise is that there is a division between Luddites and technology users. That division exists in the form of a wall. And so we are telling stories within this very divided society, or societies.
Yeah. And there's also aliens who are counting on humanity becoming extinct very soon and are harvesting seeds that will then be valuable.
So it is.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Yeah,
it's a post-apocalypse story. It's an alien story. It's a story about technologies and futures and ways of existing in those spaces. Also, aliens. Did we mention aliens?
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's creepy. It's really worth a look.
Definitely.
We'll see you next week.